Hey! So, hi everybody. Welcome. This is episode 5. I'm so excited. Is this like a benchmark number?
This is a good number. We're at 5.
Yes, that means I don't know what the benchmark number is, but I feel like Joe, Ian, Network, Drew, if you want to send us something. I mean, I've been asking Joe for a horse for a couple weeks now. But yeah, happy anniversary to us. It's episode 5 of Girl, I Guess. I am one of your hosts, Karen Civil.
And I am Ming Lee.
So I'm excited.
Me too. You know, traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast is wearing me down.
Tell me about it, because I travel from my bedroom to the living room. So tell me about it.
I know I have to get a place here.
I keep telling you that. I keep telling you can stay here.
No, I have to get like my own. You know I have a little person.
That too, and you know what? People don't realize like we're the polar opposites. So you'll be getting dressed at midnight, and I'm putting on my headscarf. Like, girl, where you about to go? So it's like it's total opposites.
Yeah, because I go outside. But I did go see some condos here. Mm-hmm. And I think I might like one, but I don't want to jump the gun. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little excited about that.
Do you think Story will like it?
Story doesn't care, long as she's with me.
My baby cares. Like, are we, okay, realistically, it's for me. How many rooms does it have? Because I need to recreate her playroom.
There's no rooms for a playroom.
Then you're not going to get that one then. Where my packages going to go?
Yo, you filled up a 2-car garage with toys.
Yeah, and that's why you have a driveway. Ain't that what a driveway's for?
I'm just going to say this. I cannot wait until you have kids. Mm-hmm. I'm literally going to order. If it must say 150 pieces per toy.
I'm okay with that. So this is the thing. This is what's so funny. Ming has like, I don't know if she has like the FedEx, the UPS, all of the drivers shook, where I like in the notes, I put my phone number and not her number. And they're like, yeah, they don't want to accept. I said, you better toss that shit over the gate. They're like, yeah, I don't think she wants us to do that. I'm like, listen, do you want me to tweet you're not doing your job or not? To a point, Ming will call me like, Karen, why you got them throwing stuff over the gate now? Because you have to accept it. To me, it's not your choice. She may want it.
She has currently right now 56 packages from you that are unopened and unused. Stop sending stuff.
What's the problem though? So this is the thing people don't realize. So Ming will be vacuuming. Story want to vacuum. So what does that mean? Auntie goes to Amazon. Ming will be in the kitchen making some eggs. Then Story's looking around like, what are you doing, Ma? That means she needs a kitchen set. Ming will be mopping, or like the cleaning people will be mopping. Story's looking around. She needs to mop too. So she needs all of the like accoutrements to a point. Even when COVID started, I felt bad. She couldn't go to the park anymore. She couldn't like go do the normal stuff. She can't do bumper cars. So what's the next thing a godmom is supposed to do? I bring bumper cars in the park to her.
You turned my house into main event. She bought like a 8-foot blow up jump house that came with 3,000 pieces of balls for the ball pit and a bumper car that scratches my hardwood floor.
So I'm going to tell you, it's just maybe the Scorpio and it's a little petty in me. When I put it in the cart and I see the description, it's so funny to me because I'm like, yo, when she get this, either Ming is going to show up and want to fight me to a point where she's not going to answer the phone. Ming has not answered the phone a lot for me. As soon as she get a package, she may need like a week off. Like, I don't care. I don't care what you got going on. You know what you sent to my house. You knew what you sent to my house.
And I told you that we have a box dimension maximum.
Okay, no. She said, this is the thing. Ming was like, one box. I think it was like per week. Cool.
How big is the box supposed to be?
I don't remember dimensions. She said 1 box per week. She didn't say how big the box. So I made all the Amazon packages come here. I put all the packages in 1 box and I send it over there. And to me, as like a godmom, and I feel like I'm getting you back because you had that Moana party. What was that thing? What was that party she had
Moana.
again? Moana, excuse me. She told me they had a Moana party. Everybody was going to get dressed up, right? I'm coming from Los Angeles. She told me everybody's going to dress like Moana. When I get to the party, everybody's in their regular clothes, and the kids thought I was the character, and people are looking like grown folks are looking at me like, and you see how she laughing, right? She thought it was the funniest thing ever. I said, I want you to soak this up. I want you, like the kids are like, I haven't seen the movie. They're asking me like, well, how did you get here? Did you swim? I'm like, so I'm entertainment to you at this point? Like that wasn't.
Good job. High five.
I took it in. I'm talking about I had like the grass skirt. I like bought this thing from like Amazon, and then I went to like this Hollywood party store to really embody the look to a point. Like I even reached out to like a lookalike of the big guy so he can come with me. And then when I get there, all the parents are like in their regular clothes, and they're like, Karen, what the hell are you wearing? I said, she told me it was a Moana party. They're like, yeah, for the kids, not the adults. She left that PS out. So now you feeling it every single day. But I'm getting better because I'm sending clothes as opposed to like toys. Because now when I see her, she's like obsessed with lip gloss and nails and all that beauty stuff. And that's you.
Yes.
That's you.
So if we have any moms out here that want some toys, just DM me. I have 56 packages, and I'm willing to give them away because I am such a good Samaritan.
And okay. My other friends who was like, my friend Twice, like, Karen, do not. Her daughter's birthday's coming up, and they're having a unicorn-based party. And I was like, so what's the budget? She said, don't talk no budget with me. I don't want you knowing nothing. But she's going to hear on this. I'm so excited. I got a horse. I got this white horse rented for 6 hours. And then on Etsy, it gives you like this unicorn thing you can put on it. So I'm showing up with that. And I know she's
with a horse.
Yes. I know she's going to be so mad because then for Christmas, she gave me a list of things. She's like, I don't know how Ming deal with you because, you know, like me and you really gonna have to fight or I'm gonna just drop her off. For Christmas, she gave me a list of like things to get her daughter. And on the list, randomly, she had a Barbie RV. And I was like, what's a Barbie RV? It's something like they discontinued. You know it's me. I found the RV. Somebody had it in Canada. I got it shipped. It's like a real kid RV that moves and everything. I got it shipped. I did this whole pimp my ride to it. I got her license plate on it. So then when they went to dinner, I had it delivered at the same time, like when they were coming in. I swear, she was like, Karen, I swear. I swear. But yep. Her daughter's getting a unicorn for her birthday this year. I'm like, I'm one of those. But
you know what I said? I said, if I ever start another business, it would be something to sell to kids because parents go through, they don't have no limit, no budget. They go through every extreme to get exactly what the kid wants. It's like a very lucrative business.
It is. It's to me, it's like the impulse of impulse. And I love all my godchildren. I love all my nieces. It don't matter what it is. It's like, what? You want to like, oh, you're into gaming? Let me get you X, Y, do. And their parents be like, Karen, don't come over here with that bullshit. Like how you be doing.
Be like, stop.
As soon as you saw those boxer balls, you're like, Karen, you want to call me the B word so bad. And you never said it to me. I felt it in your eyes. And I was like, Ming, I'm going to go. Because I feel the bitch coming out your mouth. You was like,
3,000 pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, I laughed though. You really made me dress up. You were over there. Candy was over there. Y'all was relaxed in y'all clothing. And all the kids really thought I was the character and I had to work the whole time.
You were so cute.
Because I really thought everybody had to dress up as the character, and I didn't read the invitation correctly. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But you took too much enjoyment in it. And the worst part is I went from the hotel to her house dressed like this. So people were like, okay. I was like, no, it's a kid's party. Don't worry about me. Feeling a little bit embarrassed. I showed up and you were just laughing the whole time. I'm like, oh, all right. It's cool. I got this 3,000 piece box coming in a few days. Don't you worry.
And you coordinated with my nanny. So I never saw the box I never saw how much stuff it was until it was inside of my house. Because that would have never, ever been allowed inside.
See, that's the best thing is you can't coordinate. If you want to get a gift for your niece, your nephew, your godchild, whatever, never coordinate with the parent. Coordinate with the other person that can help you infiltrate and kind of upset them and set it up to a point that they cannot put it back in the box. The receipt is gone and they just got to keep it and deal with it. So shout out to Q. She used to help me with that. I'm like, girl, I need you to help me. She's like, if I get fired, I'm like, no, Ming's not going to fire you. She's just going to yell at you a little bit. She's not going to fire you. She was like, she's just going to yell at you a little bit.
But I can say this, y'all. So even though she does surprise Story with like these crazy, amazing gifts, Karen is also the best gift giver, right? Like, she's such a good gift giver that I feel like a fucking idiot every time her birthday comes. I'm like, yo, she put so much thought. Like, I remember one Mother's Day, right? They printed out like 150 photos of me and Story, and they strung them on strings. So like when I walked into my dining room, it was full of, my favorite color is white roses.
In the shape of a heart all over the floor.
And then she had all of the pictures just dangling from my ceiling. It was the most beautifulest thing I've ever saw. So she gives like amazing gifts. Like,
I know your love language. So the thing I do love about you is we need to tell people how we met, first of all. So when I first met Ming, we met during All-Star Weekend. And it was like when I was working at Beats, and she happened to be with Trinidad James, and Trinidad James was like, nah, y'all need to be friends. I'm like, okay. But it was like so much stuff happening, and later on, for her grand opening, she was like, yo, I want to book you. I want you to come out and come to this. I was like, you sure? It's not like a hip hop thing. You want me to come? But the first person she introduced me to was her grandmother. And it's just like, when I talked to her, she'd be on the phone with her grandmother. Everything was just like, she'd laugh and joke with her grandmother. So to me, it's like, with friendships, you figure out people's language. And I know how much your grandmother meant to you and how much she means to you, especially around your birthday and Mother's Day, and how she'd give you the card and how you'd celebrate together. So it's like, even though I know she's not here, I still want you to have that celebration, that love, and just to pour into you the way that you deserve. Because at times, I'll say, I feel like you give so much to the world, and I'm not talking from a financial standpoint. If somebody be like, yo, Ming, I need you to go to Cuba with me tomorrow, or I need you to go to Aspen, you're like, okay. And I feel like you never say no, or you never get a chance to just to be appreciated. So when those times come, like, I know I throw a lot into Story, because in that way, even though I know it to be funny, is I want to give you a break from having to go to Target or having to get XYZ. I'm like, let me pour into her so she has a break, because I know if your Nana was here, it'd be the same thing.
It would.
So when it comes to like your birthday and certain moments, and I know your grandmother would go above and beyond, I feel like it's like, as a friend, a sister duty to make sure that you always feel that love, because
thank you.
Literally, I'll call you and it's to a point where you be like, girl, you could be like, girl, get off my phone, or why are we crying over this again? Or do you walk me through it, and you're always there, and even when you think you don't give the best gifts. Like, I know I'm very introverted and antisocial, and sometimes it's weird going on vacations with me, because it's like I'll chill in my room and then I want to go surfing, and you're like, let's go get a drink, let's go to the bar, or like, let's go to the nightclub. And I'm like, nah. Ming will still go with me. So I appreciate, even if you don't think about it like that, some of my best gifts have come from you.
Oh, thank you. But I don't think you actually, I'm going to tell my side of the story, how we met, right? Mm-hmm. So, boom. In Houston, at the time, Trinidad James was signed to my boyfriend, and we were on our way to the gifting suite.
Yeah, the Beast Gifting Suite.
And me and Trinidad James was just so cool. So we was riding in a truck, and he was like, yo, you gotta meet Karen. Right? So I'm like, who the fuck is Karen? He like, you don't know who the fuck Karen is? I'm like, no, who is she? He was like, look her up on Instagram. So I looked her up. I'm like, damn, she got a lot of followers or whatnot. So I'm like trying to read. I'm like, but what does she do? He was like, she do everything. Like, you need to know her. I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm gonna introduce you. I'm like, okay, Trinidad, don't get inside of this. I'm like, don't get inside of this gifting suite and leave me hanging
Don't worry
because
about your headphones.
right. Because I want a personal introduction. So he's like, nah, I got you. And I was like, and I want my picture. And so he was like, okay, cool. So of course, before we left, he came over, he introduced us, we took our picture. And so then I like started doing like, just trying to figure out like what you had going on. Cause he spoke so highly of you. And so we left, we exchanged emails and we left. And so then this was in February. I was opening up my salon in June. And I was going to have people host my grand opening, celebrities host my grand opening. And so I was sitting in the salon. I was like, damn, I want to know if Karen will host my shit. And so I was braiding. I used to do his hair. So I was braiding his hair. And he was like, what you mean? He was like, you want her to do it? I'm like, yeah, tell her I pay her to do it. He was like, you want her to do it? I'm like, yeah, she dope as fuck. I want her to do it. I'm like, can you reach out to her? And so he was like, yeah, I'll reach out to her. And I'm like, and I'm gonna reach out to her too, but I need a little bit reinforcement. You got a #1 record. She gonna ping back. She gonna ping back. And so he hit you right then and there. You was like, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be out there anyway. I'm gonna come through. And y'all, let me tell y'all, she's such an introvert. She actually kind of like made me so fucking nervous because I did her hair and the lady didn't say one word to me in the chair, right? So I'm like doing her hair. Just imagine if you're a service provider doing something like, and I'm trying all my tricks to like talk. I'm trying to make conversation. I'm like, how's this? How's that? What do you think about this? What's going on? I'm talking about baby girl is giving me no, yes. It's fine. No, thank you. I'm like, she can't even see her hair yet. Like, and like, so I'm like nervous. I'm like,
literally, I remember this. You were like, girl, I thought you hated me.
So
I was just so introverted and nervous because I was like, I didn't know if we had something in common. I am an overthinker. So I was like, okay, she's in this business. I didn't know at the time. I was like, how do we equate it? I didn't really know what to say. And I'm like, when you, like, I don't know. I'm like, I just did not know what to say. I was like, I did not know what to say. I was like, do you just start talking about, like, I was like, was I supposed to be like, girl, my love life is in shambles.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like,
welcome.
So, yeah, I was like, so what you listening to right now? I just kept over. But then I realized that about myself now. I was like, I'm such an overthinker. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. And I was happy you were providing the service. But as much as you were nervous, I was nervous. And I just was like, this is so new because this was the first time somebody booked me. And I'll be transparent and honest in like that beauty space. I did something a long time ago for CoverGirl. For the Queens collection, and it made me so nervous. It was for Global Grind at the time. But now here I am being booked for a beauty thing, and at this time it's like, I was getting these bookings like hosting stuff. I like hosted something for LeBron. It was very male dominated. And here it is, it's like I have to show up, with my outer, with the beauty and all this other stuff. And I'll be transparent. I felt insecure. And it's just like, Atlanta is full of beautiful women. And I'm not saying the women scared me, but I just felt like I didn't fit in to a point of, I was like, oh, this is a whole nother world where usually, I can just throw on a hat and I hang with the guys. And I was like, this is a whole different audience. I said, she's beautiful and she's not even trying while she's doing my hair. I was like, this just comes natural to her. I totally was so insecure. But then I had to realize, it was like beauty is within, and I had to fully see myself. And it took a minute just being there and realize, like, Karen, like this insecurity and whatever you're feeling, this is something that you're projecting on other people. Nobody's projecting this on you. So it's just like when I took that accountability and I realized, and I'm like, you're not even showing up. Look how excited she is. And then I'm like looking around at the crystals, and then I saw your grandmother. And then I started to have the most amazing time where then that was our first time meeting. And then
That night.
Yes.
Cause like you change, like she's literally two different people. Like it's like work Karen and then Karen. Like, so like at the shop you were like quiet, you got your hair done, you said thank you, you got the hell on. You get to the grand opening, you're so lively, hey, taking pictures, like jumping around. So I'm thinking like, okay.
That's the combo. I literally had to go back to the room and was like, yo, what the F is wrong with you? Why are you acting like you don't belong here? Like you're beautiful. And I had to have that conversation with myself. And you know what it was? It was a lack of confidence because I'm thinking I'm not beautiful enough to be in this space. But that wasn't something you made me feel. That was something I was projecting my own insecurities out on you by not having conversations, saying we had nothing in common. I was being negative instead of positive. Then when I just had the pep talk, when you throw the powder in the air, I'm referencing like basketball, and I came and I'm like, man, I belong here. This is fun. I said, this is fire. The women here are fire. And then because at this time my audience was more male skewed, then the women, it was like, hey, Karen. And then I just turned it on and I felt good. I just had to, once you realize, it's about accountability. And I just went and did the self-inventory back in the room. I took accountability and realized, like, Karen, you're not showing up in your authentic self. This woman flew you here. She was excited to meet you, and you're just being weird and you're projecting for no reason. Like, you're transferring your insecurities and negativity, and that's not what she's asking you for. She sees you as beautiful. Why don't you see yourself the same way? And then after that, I'm like, man.
And then we went out.
Yep. I was behind every count. I was like, take my picture here. Take my picture here. I was like, oh, she got crystals on the floor.
Yes.
And I realized we had the same couch. Then I saw like your grandmother was just everything.
My little baby.
That salon was so amazing.
Thank
and it
you.
made me realize, I was like, oh, snap. This is marketing.
Guess what? We're coming up on 8 years.
8 is my number, so now we have to celebrate. I feel like we got to go back to Dubai.
We have to go back to Dubai.
We have to go back to Dubai for that.
That was our first trip.
And that was so random because we're like, hey, I forget who texted you, like, hey, you want to go to Dubai?
Right, because I really wanted to go. I had like seen all these pictures. I really wanted to get on that camel. And so, and I was like, yo, I want to go take some pictures in Dubai. And you was like, well, I want to go too. And next thing you know, okay, let me explain something to you guys about Karen. This is Miss Itinerary, right? I'm wing it. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm last minute. I booked my flight.
I don't even want to cut you off. You are Harold's chicken. When I say she wings it, no, I am a soccer mom. Let's go through the paperwork. So at 10 a.m. we're doing what? At 11 we're doing this. At da-da-da-da-da. I would wake her up and she'd be like, Karen, her favorite words, if you want to know about Ming and how she feels without telling her, say, shut up. She says, move around. That's how she tells you to shut the fuck up.
It's
literally.
It's like going on vacation. There's an itinerary. It's literally when we get to the hotel, listen, this is what we do. She goes to figure out the activities. I go figure out where the pool, the bar, and the restaurants. And we meet back in the room and we come up with our plan.
Ming be like, I don't care. Listen, I'm going to do one or two of the things you want to do. After that, leave me alone.
It's like we are polar opposites. I tell this to everybody, like, we're literally black and white, left and right, left and right.
We are. But the funniest part I'm going to say about that trip, I wanted to do that hot air balloon ride.
I was so pissed off.
Okay, let me tell y'all. The hot air balloon ride was like at 5 a.m.
But you had to wake up at 3:45
Yes.
a.m.
Yes. Breakfast wasn't together at that time.
Which made me very, very angry.
I gave you
Hangry.
I gave you room temperature water to make it work. But this was the crazy part. So when it's time, it was beautiful going up, right? When it was time to land, they tell you to do this duck thing. And when I say, like, I don't know what the balloon, it like did this tumble.
We almost died.
But did you die?
I was like literally.
But did you die?
Almost.
It did this tumble thing where we had like scarves and our property was literally way up the thing. She was like, I ain't fucking with you no more with none of this. She's like, I ain't.
To this day, I do not do anything that I have to sign a waiver for. If you want me to sign a waiver that states you are not responsible for my death, I do not want to do it. I don't want to go jet skiing. I don't want to go skydiving. I don't want to sign anything that has a waiver.
No, but I think we went to Bali. Didn't we sign a waiver for the monkeys, or we just went in?
No, you just go into the monkey park.
Even that pissed me off. So
they took your headphones.
Yeah, and I wanted them shits back. I wanted them back so bad. I took a selfie with one of the monkeys. He took the selfie with me, and I had it around my neck, and he went yoink and went right up into the tree with it.
That was a crazy experience.
It was, but I felt like Dubai was such an amazing trip because we did ATVing, and I tried to make you, they call it like sandboarding. You was just like, no, stop. Yeah, you see her face. No. But I went to the restaurants. I did the hookah thing. I did we may be polar opposites, but we always find a way, which I love, is we find a happy medium. Because a lot of friendships and certain things don't have that. It's either one way or don't work, whatever. We try to find the medium. I want to do these outrageous adventures that are really cool. Ming wants to find the nice restaurants.
I want to relax.
Yeah, we do relax.
No, you want to do extreme sports.
Okay, but how about the time, I think, this was your birthday were we in Thailand?
Uh-huh. Oh
my gosh. I literally thought we were going to die. So Ming wanted to celebrate her birthday. Yeah, you see? Yeah, I'm telling this.
This is me being cheap.
That was you. Yup. What did they, I know.
It was a little boat.
No, you know what? Bow Wow, I love you, but you had that Bow Wow boat. You had the little boat to get to the yacht.
Now, I'm going to take full responsibility.
Make sure you do. Closer to the mic, please.
I almost tried to kill us. The girls was on the boat screaming for dear life, crying. I'm no lie, the waves were higher than the boat. And we're in the middle of an ocean. All we see is water.
You feel every rock and everything that's on the ground to the point.
To this day.
Yeah. I was like, at this point, just throw me overboard. It felt like Titanic Part 2 or Titanica because it was the black version. I was like, just throw me overboard.
But how about the people that was running the boat was acting like wasn't shit going on? Yeah, I'm like, are we going to die? Are we going to die?
Dude, vest half open, acting like it was Miami Vice. And I'm looking at him like, call me Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, at this point, I'm not even going to try to save myself. Just let me go. I was like,
It was bad. I agree. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, all that stuff. Matter of fact, I take it back. I take it back to Black Panther. All that quotable stuff Michael B. Jordan was saying, throw me in the water with my ancestors, toss me over, because it was that bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. I was like, Little Mermaid, me and you about to come hang out and be best friends. I want to take the vest off. And it probably was like a 30-minute thing. But it felt like 2 hours.
But we had to go there and back. Like Leslie was literally in shambles and tears. I really honestly do feel bad. And that was just because I didn't get the bigger boat. Because I was being cheap. For no reason at all.
But if you guys would have saw the house that she got. The house was so amazing. The property. I'm talking about if you could have rang a little bell and said, "Hey, bring me pineapples, bring me whatever." They brought you anything. Then when we get to this boat, I'm like, Ming.
But see, that's what I learned. That trip taught me, don't ever shortchange yourself. Because, like, the lady was like, it's only a 30-minute ride. Like, there's no reason for you to spend $6,000 extra for a 30-minute ride. You could just take this boat.
Nah.
And the boat.
Six me up.
Yeah.
Six me up.
Now I know.
Six
the best
me up.
of the best of the best at all times.
Because that was the small boat to the big boat. That was supposed to be a small boat to the big boat. Like, I literally had on 2 life vests. I didn't even think that was possible because I put one up towards here and then I tried to wrap one here just in case. I was like, just in case someone happens to find me or something happens.
It was bad.
Yeah. But you talking about me and the balloon. I mean, you love the DARE program anyway. So it was like a little stop, drop, and roll.
This was...
No, for the balloon ride, I mean, it was a little stop, drop, and roll, a little tumble, a little razzle-dazzle tumble.
My neck.
But did you?
Did you die in the water?
I could have.
See?
I could have. I saw Ursula. Listen, I saw Ursula down there. I literally could have grabbed dinner. The fish were just like this. We literally like... I was high-fiving Sebastian. Was like, what you doing down here, girl? That's how bad it was. And you can't tell me no different.
But we did get some good photos.
Oh, my God. That trip was so amazing.
It was.
One of my best photos was from that trip, was from my back. Like, because I got the henna and the thing. It was so cute. And then the guy I really liked at the time, I was sending him all the photos.
Who was the guy?
It's the one. It's the reason why we started the show. Because every time I tell you, be like, girl, I guess. Ooh. You know which one. You be like, girl, I guess. Every time I be like, yeah, we about to go hang out. You be like, girl, I guess.
Question. Are you going to get a boyfriend this year?
Absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely. See, we talked about this. We talked about this.
So
I'm a surfer. I love to be in the water. I love to be like, I love the ocean. I want my love to be that deep.
Will you post your boyfriend on social media?
Remember when I did that before?
Dun, 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 dun.
Remember when I did that before? And the thing is, even with that, you know what? I can't even, because I couldn't even blame the other person because they kind of came into a situation. He wasn't ready for that. And he started feeling himself. Then I turned my relationship into a business where we started to get opportunities and things together. I felt like we were early on with one of like the black couples who were tuxedo companies were hiring us. It's like all these like name brand companies wanted us to do stuff. And I thought it was all great. But then I realized, I call certain people treasure hunters. Because they go looking for the treasures, your happiness. They see all the happiness in the picture and they're like, you know what? I want that. I want to be with that person because I think that person is going to do that for me. And I made it look like he provided a lot. You know what I mean? Even though you know what it was. It's just like...
I knew exactly what it was.
And that's my fault too, because I wanted, it goes back to accountability. Through the years, I've taken a lot of it. I wanted young women, especially black women, to know that you can have it all, but you can have it all, but I lied about it. And I wanted this picture perfect romance or make it feel like that, but I was getting super embarrassed. It was so embarrassing to a point I was just like, I'm cool.
So you'll never do it again?
I don't want to say I'll never do it again, but to a point of that situation taught me a lot. I did it too quickly. I turned it into, I don't even know at times, like if I even loved the person or I loved that I turned it my marketing brain at time doesn't turn off. It's just like, I'm like, I tolerated a lot of things. I dealt with a lot of things because one, you don't want to be lonely. You don't want to start over. It's just like, you don't want that other person. I can be honest. You don't want that other person to have them. You just want to deal.
That's the worst part of the relationship.
It's like, you're like, I put all this time and effort. And then that's when I realized, I said, girl, everything about this whole situation is 14 days. And if you don't know what that means, 2 weeks. This whole relationship was 2 fucking weeks.
That's a good one.
And I woke up, and you will remember, I woke up, and I was just like, yeah, this is over. And he was like so hot because then I'm like, because I knew some infidelity and things were going on. But then I was just like, what am I doing? Because at this time when I started to become that, like, started to do this public thing, the same way women want him, there were men after me too. So it was like that day we broke up, I hit you on the line because I'm like, yo, I'm about to go out of town and go on a date. Like, this person happened to be out of town and was like, yo, I'd love to take you out. I'm like, okay, hit me when you're back in LA. He was like, no, just get on the flight and come see me and then we'll have dinner tonight. I have a meeting. I was like, Ming, is that technically a fly out? Like, I had to go through the process of knowing what was what. But this year, I'm honestly taking my time with it because the most important part is it's not just getting a relationship. I have to create a foundation. This person has to make sense to me. I have to know my core values. I have to understand their core values. It's not rushing just to be on Instagram with this. I'm cool with who I am. As you can see, it's like I don't even post as much as I do. A lot of it is work oriented. But I'm in a place where I am very happy. We are like in a good space.
Who is we?
You know I speak French. When you start picking this up, you ain't know I speak French. Come on. You know I'm Haitian, girl.
I seen this meme, right, the other day. I actually reposted it. It said, this is what it said, and it tickled me to death. It said, y'all make having boyfriends look so fun. Then I go get one and be miserable as fuck.
You know what? Shout out to Niggas Be Broke, okay? Because that page right there, her and Justin LeBoy.
Oh my goodness.
Literally at night just be sitting at that girl. I forget her name's with a K, but y'all have to follow. I know it's a lot with the title, but it's literally Niggas Be Broke, okay, with a couple of Ys.
It's funny.
She is the funniest girl in the world, and she be like, little stink. She was like, oh, you thought you was gonna cheat on me and I wasn't gonna cheat back? She is like the code of being savage, and I limit myself. I'm like, I can't be on this page for more than 2 minutes.
See, because I'm in my savage mode. So like, I repost all her stuff. Like, she had one that said, now, if I didn't tell people that I talked to you, why would you tell people that you talked to me?
I saw that one.
I was like, but it's crazy because I was in a relationship and I had it on social media. And I don't know. I do think people are treasure hunters and people do want, what you have. And I tell people this.
Listen, sorry to cut you off real quick, babe. When I say treasure hunters, a treasure hunter is, they're not looking for, it's not necessarily the materialistic things.
The feeling. It's the feeling.
They want the feeling. They want the happiness. They want the commitment. They want the joy. Just all the things, like that glow that you have. They want all of, that's the treasure for them. It's not always like, oh my God, he bought her the car. Because like you said before, it's like, baby, you bought me a Range Rover. I bought myself...
I went Lambo.
Yeah, I went. No. You didn't only do that. Don't limit it, baby girl. Don't limit your black luxury on my behalf. Don't.
Then I went Maybach.
Yeah, she went Maybach.
No trade in.
Yeah, no trade in.
But I would say this, that I always tell people, like, first of all, because I was just talking to my ex, and I was just like, like, you're a great dad. I told him, like, I give you 5 stars if I don't recommend you go get another baby mom, but if you decide you want to go get another baby mom and you need a recommendation for one, I got you, because he 100. I said, but a boyfriend, you get 0 stars. I do not recommend it. And the Yelp reviews is in the toilet. But I also tell people that different people bring out different things in people. Right? Because like, he really cheat, right? I don't even know how I got him to do 90% of the stuff.
I don't think he's that cheap.
No.
I did my investigation. He's not that cheap.
Yes, he is.
He's not that cheap.
Yes, he is.
I seen his expenses on some stuff. He ain't that cheap.
I seen his expenses on some stuff too, and yes, he is.
Okay, you know what? You actually were in a relationship. I only see one, so I'm not even gonna argue.
I'm not necessarily gonna even say like cheap, because he's not cheap, but he's just not into like splurging on girls. So like I'm talking about cheap as far as inside relationships, like he like and. Let me say this, because cheap is relative, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so maybe I should take the word cheap out, because that like
he frugal.
Yes.
Let's
stick with that.
He's frugal.
He's very frugal, and he spends his money very, very, very wisely. And he used to just be a little bit more generous, you know, with me. But
he definitely was.
People used to think that was his personality, though. And I was just like, no, you have to bring that out of him. Like, because I've met some guys that their personality is splurge from like day one. Like, what's up, baby girl? Like, you want this? Oh, you need this? And then some guys are just more reserved.
Lil Wayne me with a cash at.
Yeah, like some guys are just more frugal, to where you gotta become their girlfriend. You gotta work. They gotta know you for X amount of time and blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some guys will buy you a car in the first 6 months, and then some guys will take, years or never.
That's true. I mean, and there are certain guys too who'll buy you something and they make sure they put it in their name because they want to remind you. I seen a man this hurt my heart so bad. He put the bag in his name. I said, you know he gonna repossess that when he mad, right?
The bag?
Yes. Now, he got it registered in his name. I said, but I gave her the trick though. I said, listen, go take that bag. I need you. So there's a place in Beverly Hills, like a loan company, where you can go and bring an item in. And I said, go get the money for it and go get you one that's registered in your name. Because when he starts to whoop wop and starts, bitch, but I got you looking hot out here. You and your bag, at least when he tells you to get out his quote unquote house, you could at least fill your bag with your stuff. And that's technically your bag.
I've never had anything repossessed, like anything.
Well, not you. I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I've never had like a guy say, "Give me back something he bought." I would tell him to go to hell. I would look him dead in his face and be like, "Go to hell!" Like,
go. You know,
get off my phone.
Go talk to the devil himself.
Playing on my fucking phone line before I call the cops.
Cause it's like, I didn't think guys get to that point. And she called me one day like crying, like, yo, he talking about he want everything back. And I said, listen, this is when like when certain people call me Olivia Pope for certain things. I said, girl, we ain't got time to cry. We're gonna figure this whoop wop out. Because even though he bought this during love and certain things and you need to move forward, one, I was like, why did you attain all this materialistic stuff? But I was like, you ain't set no money aside, no nothing. I said, at this time, you have 5 of the same bags. You could have sold it and at least set up a savings account. But that's neither here nor there. But certain guys will do things like that. And that to a point it's a little scary.
But it's also, too, like, that's one thing I can say that I pride myself on after my breakup, right? Because after my breakup, we obtained like all of this stuff. Like I had cars, like, you know what I mean? I had a multi-million-dollar house. I had like this lifestyle, right? That when I was with him, he was providing for me. Like I wasn't paying for any of it, right? And so like what I prided myself is that when it ended, my lifestyle didn't change. I upgraded my cars. You know what I mean? I bought the house from him and put it in my name solely. It's one name on that deed. Thank you. And I just was like, you know, like what the fuck? Like if I was not in the position of like what my dad taught me as a kid, like anything a man does for you is extra. Yeah. If I didn't live by that, I would have literally had to downgrade. I would have had to like figure out somewhere a different living situation. I would have had to figure out my car situation, because to go from paying zero bills to paying like, I don't know, $15,000, $16,000 a month in living expenses is a lot. Like that's a lot to take on. And to be able to just do a smooth transition and not to have to change my lifestyle was something that I personally was very proud of, and I know, rest in peace, Dad. I know he's proud of me too.
I know he's absolutely proud of you. And I think, not even I think, this is just seeing your situation too, and I'm realizing is we are polar opposites, but I'm in that different space. You did a relationship for close to 10 years, and you had a beautiful child from it, right?
So cute.
Story is my baby. So from that now, it's like you single, and
I want to stay single.
No, you're funny. Is like I say you're single and you mingle, and I make sure I put the MING real big. But because I've been single and mingling for a while, I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum where I'm okay. And even having that conversation, which was so amazing, me and China had a follow up afterwards. Like, and she's like, listen, she reiterated, and she's like, don't let people or thing make you feel any other way about having children, certain things, having your career, having
take your time.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm definitely going to take my time with it, but it's just like I'm at that place. And the great thing about this is for me. Mm-hmm. I felt like the last one I did it for social media, so they can see that I was happy and things of that nature. I did it for all the wrong reasons. And the fact, going through therapy, doing the self-discovery, and just, again, my favorite word through this whole time for myself is accountability, and realizing I'm like, with this, I'm happy. I'm figuring out, even if it doesn't work, and I can move on and go somewhere else. But again, the most important thing is starting a foundation, us having a foundation there. Because if that foundation is not there, it's not gonna be a strong root. We're not gonna be able to grow and add to it. So we're working on our foundation. I'm super excited about that. We'll see what's to come. I don't even want to make it the whole basis of this. I felt like I talked about it a little bit too much, because then people are like, say word.
Well, I can circle back to me. I'm single and I'm mingling, and
I still want some of the cash apps y'all be sending me.
I'm accepting dates. I'm accepting gifts. Your girl's out here.
No, I
don't want no boyfriend. I don't want no.
That's not how you be talking on Twitter. You're like, listen, if you come back, I'ma spin the block.
Cause I got one that really got me fucked up.
Cause the way you would think you from the Bay and you do donuts in your car, you spin the block. I'm about to start calling you Kamaya, cause you
never date a Sagittarius. Just take my word for it. If you don't do anything else, just take my word for it. Just leave Sagittarius people the fuck alone. If you want any type of sanity, just leave them alone. Just if you meet them and they say, "Hey, I'm a Sagittarius," say,
you know what? Our next episode, we definitely need to have somebody on who can tell us about the different signs, dating, like our chakras, alignment, and all that other stuff. Because I need to get a better understanding of that. Because
I'm toxic.
You're the queen of that. When you start talking to somebody, you can tell if you're interested or disinterested real quick. They were like, so what sign are you? I'd be like, oh Lord. When Ming asks that, she's trying to figure out, am I about to continue this conversation, or I'm about to zone you out and go look at niggas be broke okay on Instagram while you talking?
I'm trying to tell you, the Sagittarius gave me a run for my fucking money.
Okay, we gonna figure all we're gonna figure all that out, because we really need somebody to break down. Because I'm like, I do my sage, I have my Florida water. Did you see
the meme about the sage?
No, what was the meme about the sage?
Sage all you want, I'll be back later, baby girl. That's a Sag. That's who's dating a Sag is like.
He said, you can give it all them demons and spirits, but I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back. Call me ghost.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back. So I may be a little bit slow. So I know next episode, we're going to have somebody on. Obviously, no, we need to have somebody on who can fully tell us the signs and everything else.
Well, I know all about the signs.
Okay. I don't know what a Sagittarius is or when that is.
First of all, they're fucking demons.
Okay, I got
no. It's the end of November to the middle of December.
Oh, so I missed the cutoff. I got the cutoff.
Yeah, but you're a Scorpio. Scorpio is
don't do us.
Some hoes in the house. It's some hoes in the house.
We closet though. It's different.
Not Scorpios. Y'all got some heavy. I'm just gonna say futures
nasty,
of Scorpio.
But classy. Don't act like we don't, because I got Birkins in my room, so you know.
Girl, I guess. Girl, I guess.
See, listen, I don't know if I know like a super bad. Now you gonna have him like, you a Sag? Because I heard like you
Run.
No, I'm like, I heard you're the devil's second cousin.
First cousin.
You really think it's that bad?
I love him.
Listen,
If a Sag decide to double back, I don't know what to tell y'all.
You see?
I'm joking.
No, you not.
I'm not. That's the sad part. I'm not.
All right. So for our Sagittarius, is that for men and women, or just dating men?
Just dating men. I actually love Sagittarius, and my moon sign is a Sagittarius.
See, I don't know all of that. My moon sign and all that. I got to get into that.
We got to get somebody in here to break it down.
Okay. But with the Sagittarius thing, is that being related to the devil, like just with men, or is it men and women, or it's just like just dating period, their aura?
It's just dating. They are toxic, very toxic individuals.
Oh snap. They like a COVID then.
But a good COVID. If COVID could be good, but COVID can't be good. So I guess Sag just can't be good. It's like,
you know what? To our Sag listeners, we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram.
I talk about it on my Twitter all the time.
Girl, I Guess Pod. Tell them your Twitter, please.
I am Ming Lee.
Yeah, mine is Karen Civil. Please add us on Girl, I Guess Pod too, because I want to know what like the Sag guys think. Like, watch it be like a lot of them in relationships. Some of them married like 20 years.
Beyonce has an album called Lemonade. About a Sagittarius.
Did you just make that up?
No.
All right. I'm a re-reference, because right now it's like, I'm a re-reference because I don't even feel like.
How about this? I want all of our listeners to tweet us the worst sign that they ever dated and why.
See, now I got to go back and reflect on, watch, you going to have me texting exes like, what's your sign real quick? They're going to be like, why? Because I'm about to tweet about you. I'm about to tweet something real quick. When's your birthday is again? When's your birthday? Because I'm about to start tweeting about you. Yeah. Tweet us the worst signs you ever dated. I want to see, I'm really going to like, well, no, I'm not. We're going to have Drew calculate and see what the worst sign is.
Okay.
Because I really want to see. I don't know if Sag is, who's a Sag that's like stands for the Sages in that world. Because you get excited. Oh, I'm a Virgo.
Me,
because Beyonce. That's
Michael Jackson.
All right.
Jada Pickett. Joe Budden. Taraji. Would you like for me to proceed?
Okay.
Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw shade if I can't get paid.
That started, first of all, is because y'all have Beyonce and Michael Jackson and Jean Best Joe. I'm happy for you.
You can stop at Beyonce though. It's like we got Beyonce, period.
I know, that's why you doing all that. Every chance you get, you're just dropping. Oh, people could be like, hey Ming, what time is it? Virgo. Virgo. Be like, hey Ming, what you doing today? Oh, nothing, Virgoing. And you remind us, a little Scorpio action over here. Our animals are, people reference us to the phoenix and to the eagle, like when I made that reference before. So people know we soar. We are like, we redevelop, we reemerge. So I love our, don't do that. I can see you rolling your eyes. You know that, right? The audience can see you too. Like not on the iTunes, not on the Apple Pods version, but the YouTube version, they can see you rolling your eyes at me. Don't do us like that. Next time I'm coming with a list of my celebrities.
Well, you got Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy.
You got Future.
That's right. Shout out to Future. What? There was a pause there.
I didn't say nothing.
No, you know what?
It just
You know what I love even about that? Because I don't like, let's change this narrative right now. That's not toxic. That's a man who wants to love black women.
Now, I will give it up to him because he do like black women. Yeah,
he want to make sure, he's like, all these single black women out here, They all deserve love.
Okay,
I said it and I ain't even believe it. But it's okay, though. It sounded
but
good, though.
Scorpios are hoes.
No, we're not. Dang.
Okay, y'all, you guys are very loose and very
Loose where? Don't do me. The only thing that be the only thing that be loose is a track once in a while. Nothing else. So don't do me.
Everybody knows that Scorpios are
tracks a little bit loose, lace is a little bit loose.
Okay, everybody knows Libras are liars. Mm-hmm. Scorpios are hoes and Sagittarius are demons. Everybody knows that.
First of all, we're not hoes. We're sexually aroused, if that's what you want to say. And
at
that's
a
not
very high.
That's not necessarily true. When I'm calling you out, I'm like, yo, Ming, just finished fucking. When did you get that from me?
Because y'all secretive and sneaky too. That's the other part.
Nah, we're not sneaky. We just omit information. You just don't need to know everything.
Omit.
What's this question thing you doing in the air?
You guys omit.
Okay, all right, Ming. How about this? How was your day? Tell me about your day.
It was amazing.
You see? You just omitted wild shit right now. You just omitted wild shit. I got off the plane. I had a smoothie. I got my makeup done. I watched a little bit of TV. You didn't tell me the whole thing.
Once a Scorpio starts Scorpioing, you just let them go.
Oh, that's what you just let me do right now?
You got it. Because y'all always right too.
That is true. I'm having this debate with somebody and they were like, yo, you know you're wrong, right? And I just found a way to be right. It was like, but you know you're wrong. And I tried to understand how I was wrong, but I just couldn't. Because
at some point you thought, you could have been right. You know
what? Because Future would be disappointed in me. What would he think? What would he think? What would our leader think?
Get the t-shirt. Print the shirts.
Yep.
Fuck it.
That's gonna be the next shirt. What would the leader of the Scorpio New World think? Yep. Start making that merch.
Girl, I guess.
Anthony, I'm calling you afterwards.
And I guess that is a wrap for episode 5.
Yes.
How do we do?
Happy anniversary. Well, our listeners, tell us how we did. You know, we've been getting some great feedback. Oh, I want to shout out a few people. We've had some incredible listeners who continuously check in with us. There's Martine, Joe Budden's Mimi, who hits us a lot. I know you don't do too much Twitter, but
I'm back on Twitter. I'm trying to come back. Come
back on there. So it's like Joe Budden's Mimi is hella funny. Shout out to Mandy, always shows love, obviously.
I love Mandy.
It's who else? It's just basically to all our fans who just hit us in the questions and certain things. And soon we have so many questions. I want to start answering them to be fair to them. Some of them I hit privately on DM, but it gets to be a lot. And I feel like a lot of the questions are a bit of the same. Mm-hmm. So it just probably makes sense if we just answer them on the pod.
Let's do it.
And yeah, I hope you guys, every week we're trying to add something new. We got our new microphones, we have our headphones, and this has been the question that everybody has been asking us, the merch. The merch is coming.
It's coming for sure.
It is coming. We are so excited. Make sure that you are following us on Instagram at Girl I Guess Pod. We're going to let's pick 5. Let's 5? Since this is our 5th episode.
Yes, 5.
Yes. 5. Let's pick 5 of our Instagram lovers, whatever, to get our merch first. I'm talking from the mugs to the shirts to everything. You're going to get a cute bag from us. Just hit us on Instagram.
We'll put up a post. Mm-hmm. And I guess whoever tells the best, worst sign story.
Oh my gosh. All right. Make sure it's not Scorpio. Okay, I'm joking. It can be whatever, but I doubt it'll be Scorpio because we don't be having those problems. I'm gonna let it go because this is turning into Frozen Part 4. I'm gonna let it go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's a wrap.
Girl, I guess.
Girl, I guess.